Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the You Thrive Everyday Show. So, today, of course, we have another special guest, and our guest is going to be giving us their colorful background and their journey through the awakening process. And we're also going to hear about a lot of spiritual manners for our well being. Okay, for all of our well being. So if you could start by introducing yourself and letting us know where you're from, and then just kind of diving into your story, that'd be great.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Monte Butler. I'm from Flint, Michigan. Um, I found spirituality in 2018 after the death of my younger brother. He passed away December 1st, 2017. And after his passing, like most spiritual people, we go through an awakening. You have an awakening moment. Um, I was in a real dark place after his death. After he passed away. Sometimes after the phone call stop, the visitation stop, it's just you, and you have to pick yourself up and carry on. I was in a dark space for maybe 5 or 6 months, and during this time, I was pretty much isolated in the basement in the dark. And this is where my journey began. Yeah.
So
So from
you
that
you mean
point,
like literally in the dark?
yeah. But that's what brought out the God in me. That's what brought out the new me. You know what I mean? Like I used to be a hood person. I used to be, I was a heavy drinker. I used to rap. I used to be very, very different. You know what I mean? And after my awakening, I stopped eating meat, started taking herbs. I reversed my age, and I just became a whole nother person. My whole thought process just changed.
Okay, so tell me what happened in this dark basement.
Nothing. I was just going inside of myself and breaking myself down and learning my toxic traits and just rebuilding myself. I was just in the basement pretty much just doing nothing, reading and just focusing on me. And um, most people I talk to that had a spiritual awakening pretty much go through the same thing. You go through something dark. And when you get done healing from that dark place, you tend to be a whole nother person.
So explain that process to me. What do you mean when you said that you went in?
Um, I had to do a lot of self inventory to get rid of my toxic traits. I had to figure out who was for me and who was not in my personal life. During this time, um, I had to leave a lot of people alone. And if you want to elevate in life, if you want to keep going, you got to drop your baggage off. And I had a lot of baggage around me, like family members that didn't mean me no good, fake friends or whatever. And before I found spirituality, I really just wanted to be accepted, and I wanted to go along to get along. But after I found spirituality, I found that all I truly needed was me and source, you know?
So when you started reading, what type of books were you reading?
The book that woke me up, that just shook my core, was Malcolm X's autobiography.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, he's right up the street from where I'm from. I'm from Flint, Michigan. He's from Lansing, Michigan. And I didn't even know that until I read the book. But just watching how this man transformed his life from being a street hustler, going to prison, self-educating himself. His daddy got killed by the Klan. It was just so much stuff he had to overcome. And when he went through his transition and he got out of prison, he was a whole nother person, and he never looked back, and he never became or went back to being the person he was before he went in. And I love his story. It made me motivate. It motivated me, and it let me know that anybody can change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what happened after you read this book?
Um, I just started moving differently. I started putting down the bottle. Um, I wanted to read even more books because I see that from his book when he went into prison, all he did was read, 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 read. And they really don't teach us much in our educational system in America. They teach us what they want us to know. That's called programming. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Sometimes we got to pick up a book on our own. You know what I mean? Just whatever book and educate yourself on whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's only so much America or the educational system is going to really teach you because it's all about programming. I got a whole library of like just so many spiritual books, you know what I mean? And I just love reading because they help me grow and learn and learn. And it's also a form of meditation in a way because it helps balance your mind and relax you too, you know?
Yeah, it helps you focus.
It helps you focus. Yeah.
That's huge. So tell me about meditation.
Meditation just helped me stay grounded. I have to do it twice a day. First thing I wake up, I meditate for about 15, 20 minutes before I do I don't even get out of the bed. I cut my meditation music on and I center myself. It just helped me start my day off right. You know what I mean? It get me balanced and it just helped me start my day relaxed and poised. And also, while I'm meditating, when I get done, I like to post some positive energy on Facebook.
Mhm.
And that also, when I'm meditating, it kind of gives me an idea of what I want to post today, or where I want to go with my thoughts. You know what I mean? So meditation is like imperial. I cannot start my day or end my day without meditating. Before I go to sleep at night, I have to meditate. You know what I mean? It helped me relax, and whatever I went through during the daytime, if I had a negative day or whatever, it helped get that off of me too. So yeah.
Well, there are different forms of meditation. So can you go ahead?
You say, are there different forms?
No, I'm saying there are different forms of
Yeah.
meditation.
Hmm.
So tune in to like let us know what forms of meditation you do
For me, I
or
like to
what it looks
meditate.
like for you.
For me, I like to put on YouTube. I might find like 432 megahertz
Mhm.
or 523, and I like to just sit up in my bed, legs crossed and eyes closed. Sometime with a with a candle lit, and I just like to just sit there for about 15, 20 minutes, try to think about absolutely nothing. I've astral projected. I've found myself over in Kemet. I've meditated before when I was all the way locked in, and I found myself going through a black hole out of space. At the end of the black hole was a flashing green light. So I thought that green light was for the heart chakra. You know what I mean? Meaning that I was gonna find love, and I don't, could be, I don't know, but I had a lot of different experiences meditating. I've If I tell you all of them, you'd be like, wow, like that's crazy. But I remember when I first got connected with Source, I asked God if he could reveal himself, you know what I mean, or spirit. I remember one day I was meditating that night. I opened up my eyes and I looked at the edge of my bed, and it was a person in all white, a black person. He had salt and pepper hair and a black beard. He had, skin that looked just like mine, and he just looked at me. I could see him from the waist up. I looked at him for like 3 seconds, and then he just faded away. Tears just started coming down my eyes like it was crazy. And I remember the first time I knew my third eye was open. I was at my last house in my back patio. I felt a pulsing sensation on my forehead right here. And I asked Spirit, I said, is my third eye open? And if it is, can you give me a sign? I put this on everything. A white light, like a yellowish white light, came shining from the sky. At that same very moment, this was the first incident before I saw Spirit or whoever at the edge of my bed. This was the first incident. Same thing. Tears just started flowing down my eyes. Like I knew that I was different. And I had a reading from a close friend of mine, and this person told me that I was a star seed. I never knew what a star seed was, but then I got educated on it. And a star seed is a person that was born on a different planet and incarnated on Earth at this time to help humanity elevate to the next level. Earth is shifting. It's going to be two Earths. You got the old Earth, and then you're going to have the new Earth. So I guess my job as Starseed is to help shift us over to the new Earth.
Mhm.
So I did some research on star seeds, and I went to another reader, and this reader told me that my actual origins was on Mars. I'm a Martian star seed. You know what I mean? So um yeah, so I'm still learning a lot about my star seed journey and all of that, but it's a beautiful thing. I even had to go get a tattoo, star seed, like
Of course.
yeah, yep. I love it.
So, taking it back to when you said that you started astral traveling,
hmm
what does that look like? Like, how did you know you were astral traveling?
When it was at times when I meditate, I really don't do it as much as I used to when I first started meditating. You know, just a little bit of stress going on. Sometimes you gotta clear certain things, you know what I mean, to really be connected. But it can be scary, but at the same time, it's like you different, and that's the scary part about it. But I just remember like the first time I ever astral projected. I was meditating, and I found myself when I was in my relaxed state in Kemet during the pyramid days, and I landed in Egypt. All I saw was like blowing sandstorms and like tumbleweeds, and then I look over to the right, and it was a group of looked like pharaohs or whatever in all white, and then they was looking at me like they was waiting on instruction or direction for something, and then every time I walk towards them, I wake up or I'll snap out of it because I was kind of scared to see what was going to happen. You know what I mean? And I had that same um, astral projection incident, or the same one, the same vision, at least 5 times. Land in the same spot in Kemet, see the same tumbleweed, see the same sandstorm, look over to the right, walk over there, and wake up 5 times. The one time I went through the tunnel and I saw the flashing green light, that was a little scary because I really do feel like I was out of space somewhere. Like my soul or my spirit left my body and I was really going through outer space. You know what I mean? I even had incidents where I was able to contact my deceased brother. That was a little scary. He tapped my chair. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of different gifts. Some of them, if you when I first started opening them up, they were it was kind of scary because I've never been used to anything like that. I'm a city dude. Went to public schools, and you know what I mean. Like, all of this stuff is new to me.
Yes, I'm from Chicago. I know what you mean.
Okay, child, that's where you at now.
Yes, so I
Okay,
definitely know what you mean. It's
yeah.
all bizarre. It's like, yo, is this really happening? Like, what is going on? Like, your reality isn't your reality no more. Like,
You had some of the same incidents.
yes,
Okay, and you know what I'm saying? It's like your reality is not your reality, and so when you have that kind of reality or that kind of incident of astral projecting for the first time, it can be a little overwhelming.
definitely.
Yeah,
So when you seen this green light, did you venture to the light?
yeah. As much as I could, and
Mhm.
then I kind of snapped out of it. It's like when I was going through the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel, it was like I was in a dark hole or a black hole. You know what a black hole is?
Yeah.
It's like I was going through this black hole, and at the end of it was a flashing green light. Like I took the color green for the color of the heart chakra. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I didn't know if the color green represent money because it could represent love. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I was coming into money, coming into love. But the more I tried to go get or chase the green light, it's like either the further it got from me, or maybe I just wasn't getting to it quick enough. But it's like I really couldn't get to the light. It's like the light was like light years away, but it seemed close to me, or something like that. If
Yeah,
I'm explaining it right.
I get that. So
Yeah.
have you ever experimented with any sacred plants like mushrooms,
You
ayahuasca?
want to know the truth? I take mushrooms every day.
Okay.
I take magic mushrooms every day. I grow them in my basement. My favorite kind is the McKinney's. I got some albino penis envies down there growing right now. You know what I mean? Like mushrooms to me, they anti-aging, anti-inflammatory. And I microdose every day. I don't just get high every day, but I microdose, and it makes me feel so much better.
Definitely. So
What
have
about you? You like mushrooms?
so I've never done the mushrooms,
Okay.
they've been calling me. That's
Okay. Well,
so
get with me after this.
yeah, that's what this is even more interesting. Synchronicity is everywhere around me all day long. Like
Me
it's so
too.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm constantly seeing 1111. I even got it tattooed on my hand right here. 111. Lately, I've been seeing 333 like crazy.
Because you
1010.
beat me, I'm a number three.
I've been seeing 1010 a lot. What else I've been seeing? Those are the main ones I've been seeing though. But I see 1111 like crazy. I don't know if it's a twin flame number or what, 1010 or whatever. But maybe it means I'm gonna meet my twin flame. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Or a
Yeah,
great reset. Yeah.
yeah,
Or masculine and feminine. Well, yeah. So yeah, you might be meeting that one. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
beautiful. That's what just came to me. Yeah, masculine, divine feminine coming
yeah,
together. A reset. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I just received. Okay. So, while you've taken these trips on mushrooms, like because so many depending on the person and what they're going through, so many people have different experiences with different plants that offer DMT. So, can you share with us one of your most colorful experiences dealing with the mushrooms?
I got it. Maybe the first time I took them, I took like a lot, and all I saw was like colors everywhere, and it's kind of fun to make you giggle and make you laugh, but at the same time, mushrooms are like marijuana in a way. Different strands do different things. You know what I mean? I like the kind that's more upbeat and kind of make me a little giggly. I microdose every day, so microdose is taking like a little small amount. You know what I mean? And I grind them up and put it in powder form, and then I put them in like water, and then I drink it. But I don't like have trips off mushrooms every day, I only had like one
Mhm.
because the doses I take ain't that high for a real trip. But if I want to, I could, but I just don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like the little slight feeling that it give me of my microdose and just an overall feeling of wellness and relaxation.
So you were talking about health wise that the
Hmm.
mushrooms are very good for you. What do you mean by that?
They're good for anti-inflammatory purposes. They're also anti-aging. They're good for anxiety and depression. Um, they curb your appetite if you're trying to lose weight or get in shape. It's just so many benefits. They got some mushrooms called B+ mushrooms. I got some colonizing down there now. They're very high in like B+ vitamins, so they give you energy. Like different mushrooms do so much, and I'm really getting educated on the medicinal purposes of mushrooms, and I'm pretty sure that one day they'll be legal just like marijuana.
Oh, definitely, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, of course.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I'm just feeling plants from you. So tell me, about your different journey with herbs and plants.
Oh man, herbs started for me before I found spirituality. Um, I'm gonna say around 2015. Uh, to be honest, and I'll tell my business because it's not even who I am anymore. But I used to be a pill addict. I was addicted to Vicodin, OxyContin, Norcos, and I was a heavy, heavy, heavy drinker and smoker. My liver was shutting down, and my doctor told me pretty much that if I didn't stop drinking, I was gonna die, just like my younger brother did. We was doing the same thing. He passed away at 37 in 2017. I didn't want to stop drinking or popping pills because I was an alcoholic and I was a druggie. So my liver was functioning at 50%. You know what I mean? So I was really killing myself. So I started taking a herb called mullein, and I take it every day to this day. And what it did, no, mullein is for my lungs. I started taking milk thistle. I'm sorry, milk thistle. Milk thistle reversed my liver disorder, and I started functioning back at 100%. And I was still drinking and doing drugs or whatever. But after my brother died in 2017, that's when I stopped all of that. And that's when I went on my journey. I got sober. That's what I was doing when I was in the basement as well. You know what I mean? I was in there getting sober, getting my mind right. And when I came back up from that basement, I was just a whole nother person. And I started researching herbs. And then that's when I started taking different herbs for other things, for my, reproductive organs or whatever. And then I started
Yeah,
helping.
let's talk about that.
Then I started giving other people herbs to help with their ailments, and I started helping cure other people of their ailments.
So the men want to know, honey, about the reproductive organs. What you talking about?
Well, I'm 46. You know what I mean? So when most men get in their 40s or whatever, our testosterone started going down. So, I had to learn the different herbs. I have to take, for me, like horny goat weed or um it's just so many. It's a few of them that I take. You always got to make sure, you can perform as a man. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
So, have you
Zinc is
thought about
another one too.
what
Zinc is
is?
another one. Zinc.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we should all men, I think, should have zinc in their diet.
Zinc, and you said horny goat root,
Weed, horny goat weed is a herb.
horny goat weed.
Yeah.
Goat root is for women trying to get their milk to come. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right.
So women,
Yeah.
goat rue, RUE.
Okay, I never heard of that one, but ours is horny goat weed. Like you smoke weed.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so we got the breast and we got the penises. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Get that down. Nope.
So have you ever thought about making tinctures or anything?
What's a tincture? I've heard of it, but I'm not sure what is it.
Like medicine using herbs.
Oh, on my own?
Yeah, or selling them.
No, I'm pretty much set financially, and I don't want to, I don't want to have a job. You know
No,
what I mean? I
I
don't. That's a job. I don't work. I'm retired. No, I retired at 40, and I'm content. Just living my life, helping people, visiting my people, and reading, and I'm pretty much a loner, and I'm just just do me. I don't want to work or do any type of anything like that. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't want to work.
No, not at all. I'm done with that kind of mind frame of hustling. You know what I mean? But I was in the military, so I got a disability, and they kind of take care of me. Yeah.
No, I got you.
Yep.
Loud and clear. I got you.
Yeah.
So meditations, astral travel. So were those the only experiences you had with astral travel? And if so, what about your dream state? What people would call the dream state?
Um, I get a lot of downloads. Not so much lately, but my dream state lately has been like sometimes I can remember my dreams, sometimes I can't. It just depends how hard I sleep or how tired I am. And lately I've been going to bed real late. So sometimes, I just crash out. But when I like lay down and meditate, and in a relaxed state, sometimes I get my downloads and I can remember my dreams, and then sometimes I get no downloads for months, and sometimes it could be months and I don't even remember a dream. But sometimes I can wake up and everything is clear. I'm getting downloads about the Anunnakis, the sun about to overheat, and the Anunnakis coming back to get us and take us to Nibiru. Then Earth gonna burn up. Old Earth gonna burn up with the old Earth people on it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I get a lot of different downloads, but
Okay,
I'm
wait
not,
a minute. Hold
okay. Yeah.
on. Rewind.
Mm-hmm.
The earth is gonna blow up. So this
Huh?
you said the not the earth, the sun
I got to download. Well, I was reading a lot about the Anunnakis. Are you familiar with the Anunnakis?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, the Anunnakis are the people that I believe built the pyramids, and they're the people that created us in their image. I'm not a Christian or anything like that, but I got to download that the reason why the Anunnakis were here was because their sun was going out. People, and they came here to mine gold to fix their sun. Now everybody know in different texts and scriptures or whatever, or books, that it does say they came here to mine for gold, but it never say why. I gotta download that they came to mine for gold because their sun was going out. During that same download, um, I got a message that our sun is about to overheat, but the government trying to do something to block it out, and they're trying to play God right now. But something is going to go on with the sun. I don't know if it's going to be in our lifetime, but it's something. The sun is going to overheat. That's how the Earth is going to end next time. And from what I get is, that's where the hell theory come from in the Bible. Because whoever's left here that ain't living right, the Anunnakis aren't going to take back with them. So you're going to be left here to burn. And that's where the Bible get the concept of hell.
Take that. That's so interesting, because I was just watching a show about them talking about how the sun, all these crazy movements, and things going on with the sun. Like the sun is actually pulsating. It's been flashing,
Solar flares like crazy.
solar flares. The
Like
solar
crazy.
flares have really affected me.
Yeah. But the solar flares are really upgrading our DNA though.
Yeah. I totally believe that, because I get super tired. Like
And it does make us tired, but it's also upgrading us too, though. And
yeah,
I think because it's upgrading us, that's why we're getting tired more often. I've been
exactly.
taking so many naps lately. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, it totally
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. And
Very,
I was just in Sedona, Arizona for the eclipse, and that was a really dope experience. Have you ever heard of Sedona?
oh yes, of course.
Yeah, Sedona. This is a book on Sedona, and it got like different energy vortexes there. I was able to take my shoes off and get grounded during the eclipse, and when I came back home, I felt like a whole nother person. You know what I mean? I even got some couple crystals from Sedona. Sedona is known for the red rocks, and this is one of the red rocks that came from Sedona. And here go a milky quartz that came from Sedona. So I brought home a lot of tools or whatever, crystals, and they're very powerful too.
Did you see any spaceships?
Yeah, I saw one. I saw one. Not up close and personal,
Yeah.
but you see them in the sky. I see them outside of my backyard all the time too. And they just be up there with the stars, and they
Yeah.
look like a star when you look, but they
Yeah.
move. Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah, this is so interesting. I love that this conversation is going there, because a few months ago, literally, I'm on the phone and my whole backyard is just lit up. And I'm like, what in the hell? And it's like, ship, 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 ship. I was like, are these mofos having a meeting in my backyard?
Oh, you don't want me to tell you what I saw last year? Last year, me and my girlfriend at the time, we saw two UFOs all the way in the sky. I'm talking about they was up there with the stars, and they was like firing at each other. And we saw this.
Yes.
Swear to God, seriously. Yeah,
No,
it was
I
crazy.
believe you.
Yeah.
But they were chilling in my backyard for like 2 months.
Yeah. One day, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, in my front yard, it was a UFO, but it was in the sky, but it was low enough where you can see it. And
Mhm.
it wasn't like a disc-shaped UFO. It was a UFO that was like kind of long. It was like big. It was tall. And it had a light at the bottom of it. And it stayed in the sky in front of my house. I swear to God, for at least 20 minutes. And then it just took off. And we was just sitting up there just looking at it the whole time. And it just took off.
Yes, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
I
I
love
love
it
that.
too.
Because you talk, you talk to some people, and they think you crazy,
Yeah,
but
but you can't tell everybody that kind of stuff because they're not gonna believe it. They only believe what the media put out or what's in that Bible. You know what I mean? They don't look for stuff like that. They don't even look in the sky because they don't believe in it. So if you're not looking for it, you're not gonna see it.
interesting. So I would like to know what you would like to tell, especially men, young men, and this time right now, growing up in these urban areas, you know, and it's just something in them. They feel like they want something different, but they're not knowing how to get something different because of what, as you would say, they're programmed to do in these
Right.
urban areas and what everyone, and I do mean everyone else around them, is doing.
You know what I recommend? I love rap music, but it's killing our people and it's destructive. Put down that music, the gangster movies, turn them off, pick up a book, turn off the media, turn off the news, read something, get away from that religion. Understand that you are God. We are God. The same power that God got. I'm not saying that we have that same power right here, but we got the power to manifest any reality we want. I retired at 40 years old, and I told everybody in my 20s, when I'm 40, I will be retired. And when I turned 40, I was retired. I got a house on the lake and don't even have a job. And I'm not trying to brag, but I'm gonna just show, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing good and life is beautiful. Hold on. This is where I sit out and I meditate at nighttime. This is where I watch my UFOs at, you know what I mean? Oh, here go my plants, my little garden stuff, you know what I mean? But come on, Flash. Come on.
No,
But yeah,
that's beautiful. It's manifestation right before our eyes. Anything.
yeah, manifestation is real. And people need to understand that. Like they want us to find God outside of self. But you can find God inside of self. And when I learned that, that's when my whole reality changed. Is when I learned that I am God. I can't serve nobody else. I gotta serve me. And when you start serving yourself, your whole reality gonna change.
Hmm. So tell me, why would you say that we're God?
Because we are. You know what I mean? Like
How did you come to that conclusion?
when I learned that I can astral project, when I learned that I can create my own reality through my thoughts, through my mind, through whatever it is that I want, long as I'm putting out that kind of energy, that means you're God. Because
So
you can control your reality.
how did you learn that you could control your reality? Like what experimentation, like what process, like what gave you that knowing?
It was just seeing everything that I manifested come true. You know what I mean? Like when you see everything you ask for, I promise you, anything I speak, anything, it comes true. Like I'm a sports memorabilia collector. Uh about a month ago, I was at an autograph signing getting an autograph from autograph jersey from one of the Detroit Lions players. And I seen an autograph photo with this basketball team from Michigan called the Fab Five: Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Ray Jackson, and Jimmy King. And I was like, they wanted like $1,200 for it. And I'm like, man, I'd love to get that. You know what I mean? Because that's my favorite team of all time. 2 weeks later, I was coming home from a different autograph signing, and one of my neighbors was outside, and I showed him this autograph jersey I had from a basketball player called Bill Laimbeer. And he was like, "Oh, I know the Fab Five. I'm about to be with him in 2 weeks." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you want me to get you something to get signed?" I'm like, "That. I mean, that's just whatever I speak, it just happens." You know what I mean? Like I was just saying that I wanted this, and my neighbor knows him. You know what I mean? I didn't even know my neighbor knew him. You know what I mean? And he didn't even know I'm an autograph collector or a memorabilia collector. So it was just, wow. Yeah.
Right. So you just seen the evidence in your life.
Yeah, you see the evidence. It ain't like I woke up and said I'm God. Nah, but when you start seeing everything you put in fruition come true, what that mean? We are gods.
Okay. So you talked about reading as being one of those things to help tap in. What else?
Reading, meditation, sometimes it's being alone. Sometimes it's being alone with your own thoughts. That help you elevate too. Um, I gotta say those are the three things that I gotta say. And eating your fruit and staying away from any toxicity, staying away from the news, staying away from media, cutting out anybody in your life that don't mean you any good. You know what I mean? Like, um, you just gotta you just gotta keep elevating. And anything that ain't right for you, you gotta let it go. And fast food or whatever, anything you think that's not right for you, gotta cut it out. Eat right, switch your subconscious up, put the right stuff in your mind, leave the gangster rap alone, listen to something more chill. I listen to more neo soul music now. Before spirituality, nothing but gangster rap. Now neo soul, you know what I mean? Because it helped me on a vibrational level. So,
Okay. So is there anything in particular that you feel is important for people to know?
about spirituality or about myself or
Period. Like if you had a magic wand and you were like, I need
if
you to
I had a
know
magic
this.
wand and I wanted everybody to know something,
Mhm.
I want everybody to know that the Bible is not real. It was stolen from Kemetic principles. Jesus never existed. The letter J didn't even exist until 1524, so it's impossible for anybody in the Bible whose name to start with a letter J to have even existed. You can go over to Kemet, Egypt, and see our pharaohs, our kings, and all that. They still got the graves, they still got the tombs and whatever. You can't show me one person in the Bible's tomb, grave, anything. They lineage, none of that. You know what I mean? So I want people to put down religion and find a God in yourself. Period. Because
Powerful.
that's brainwashing us. And we can't elevate if we're looking for God outside of self. Period.
Powerful. Well, I would just love to thank you for taking the time and hanging
No
with
doubt.
us today and
No
giving
doubt.
us
Hope I
some of
wasn't too
your.
nervous. I am a little nervous, but no.
Oh, you're fine. I couldn't tell.
Okay.
I
Well,
couldn't
this is my
tell.
first time I did an interview.
Yes, I would love to do this again. But yes, I wanna honor you for your time because I really appreciate it. The audience appreciates it. And so send us off with some words.
Love. Love yourself. Love the people around you. Walk with love. Absorb love. Pass love. Be love. Radiate love. That's it.
And the shit. That's it.
That's
Tune
it.
in
Be
again
love.
to another episode of the You Thrive Everyday Show. We appreciate your time for tuning in. Peace, love, and bliss to the gods.